This is based on the TEDx talk, How Unicorns Wind Up in a Straitjacket. Hi, and welcome to this episode of How Unicorns Get Out of a Straitjacket. That is to say, very talented people that are in the wrong career or the wrong job for them, and how frustrating it is. Today, I have with me a wonderful guest who's full of knowledge and experiences herself, and she's going to share that with you of how she got out of a straitjacket. So please join me in welcoming Angela Lichtenauer. Hi, Angela, welcome.
Hi, Linda. Very nice to be with you, and not a bad attempt with my name.
Likewise, I was going to say, did I butcher the name? Can you remind us how it's said?
It's Lichtenauer.
Lichtenauer.
Yes, perfect.
It sounds so much better when you say it.
Well, it came naturally to me.
Okay, so Angela is going to share with us her career change story from going into tourism and moving towards a path that is well suited to her, that fulfills her purpose and her calling. So she's going to tell you all about it and who she works with and what she specializes in. So Angela, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your career?
Okay, yes. Well, my name is Angela, and I live in Cyprus, which I decided to be my home. I'm originally from Austria, which was always too cold for me. So I'm very happy to be here. And back in Austria, I was moving agriculture products. And here in Cyprus, I started to move people in tourism. So it was a change there in the career already. And with COVID in 2020, that from one moment to the next, basically there was nothing left. There was no career left. Everybody is hoping to go back to normal, which I personally don't believe it will happen. There will be a big change in the world, and you see so many people come out now looking for the new world, and that's very inspiring for me. And when this COVID thing happened in 2020, I decided, okay, there is the time again. Let's try it again. Let's do it again. You want to change the world? Start doing it. Okay. So this is why I'm sitting here today.
It's so inspiring. You want to change the world? Let's start doing it. It's go time for you.
Yes.
Awesome. And why was this, you've touched on this, but why was it important for you psychologically, emotionally? How were you feeling during the shift period?
Well, actually, being in the tourism industry is a very stressful job. It's very demanding, very intense, and it takes all the energy of you. So when I came home in the evening, there was nothing left of me to do what I like. Okay. I mean, I do like tourism. I do like making programs for people and show them the country and everything, but not with the price for my own life.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and this is what I ended up seeing. And again, it was not the first time. So, but with all those years going through a lot of personal dramas and total lows, I have always continued to learn and to personally grow. And I came to this point where I said, let me give that back. Okay, whatever helped me, because I was very lucky finding very great people to help me. Let me give it back to those people who really look to change their life. I don't want to work with everybody. I want to work with the people that are serious about it. Right? So, and this is what I started to build in 2020. Going more professional, not as a hobby, but really doing it. Okay. And I focus on women because I think what the world needs is more heart. And women generally are easier to approach, to open their heart when they know how.
Okay. What do you mean by heart?
I mean heartful decisions.
Okay.
I mean to decide listening within, okay? Because in your heart, you have all the answers. You don't need anybody to tell you what to do. So what I want to do is I work with people, I guide them to find this inner voice. I don't have answers for them, yeah? But I can guide them to find the answers because they are already there.
Amazing, amazing. I thought that was what you meant, but I just wanted to clarify. That is so awesome. That is very deep, you know, and
it's very fulfilling.
yeah. And
Yeah, it's very fulfilling for me, but also for the people, because they will find a new self. They will find something that was hidden, that was pushed down. Because when we go through our education systems, when we go through school, I know it from my time, nobody understood what I was.
Yeah.
What I'm good in, why I should do that and that.
Yeah.
Okay. It covers up. There is layers and layers building up. And then when we're old enough, a lot of people start to say, there is something I don't know what, because it's all covered up, right? So I can help to remove those layers.
Right.
They can find again the core of the being, that what actually drives them, what makes life livable and worth living.
Yeah. Incredible. So going to the talk, looking at your life and particularly the 3 steps, what would you say were the clues for you, particularly in your childhood, or what your natural zone of genius was?
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, a long time I didn't know, but my hands is what I like to use. And I love working in the garden. I love touching the soil. I love being in nature. I am a Reiki master, and this is what I said. Oh, I was always using it. I never knew the name. So I actually do it professionally. Because with Reiki, you work with your hands. You channel the energy that you are, and you channel the whole energy of the universe to the people to help them tap into their own energy, into their own potential. So my hands are always with me. Yeah. So, and when I recognized it, okay, that's one of the things. The other thing, I'm a very down-to-earth person. So I don't fly off to some unicorn or other birds usually, with exceptions, okay? But I'm very down-to-earth. So I'm not telling people any irrational things. Okay, you have to live the life here on this planet.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and I like to use my logic. I'm good in putting things together, structurize things. I'm a good listener. And I can read in between lines, and I can use my intuition. You know, when I sit opposite people, I feel them, and I feel what it is, even if they don't express it in words.
Yeah.
Those things.
So there's a lot of
my strength. No.
Sorry, say that again.
All those things I consider my strength.
Yeah. And there's a lot of clues there. And I don't know if you noticed this, but when you were talking, so you said your hands, and then you said with the soil and nurturing, and then you said I'm a grounded person. So it was almost really a beautiful imagery of being planted in there, being super realistic, and with like getting your hands dirty and with the soil and channeling the energy of the universe, and all of that was just so beautifully put. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but it was
no, those things, you know, when I start talking about those things that I'm passionate about, that just comes out. I don't plan that. If I try to have a script, it doesn't work. Also, when I work with people, I don't have set steps that we are going through. I feel what they need. I feel what is important in this moment for them. And then we can work from that and develop.
Yeah, that sounds intuitive, as you say.
Exactly.
That sounds intuitive.
But if it comes out so nicely, it's maybe because I'm a little bit a poet also. I used to write poems from when I was teenage. I started writing. Back then they were kind of very depressive, and when I moved to Cyprus, they became very optimistic. So it's I go through the poems sometimes to see the change in my life.
It's all connected. Taking
Yes.
us to step 2, how did you connect the dots with what you're naturally good at, with working with your hands, with being intuitive, and how did you connect the dots of turning that into a career that is right for you?
Yeah, actually, I got help from the people that I worked with when I was in need of help.
Yes.
Actually, that's one of the strengths, to know when you cannot do things alone anymore, when you actually have to go and ask for help. It's not a weakness, it's a strength.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to meet people that helped me understand myself better. So here are my hands, here is Reiki. This is how I can come back to using my hands to do something good, to give something to the world.
Yeah.
So, and all that, all those things, even the poetry, everything, because it gives the full picture of who I am.
Yeah.
And when I work with the people to help them change their life, I want them to understand the full potential that they are.
Yeah. For sure. The genius that they are. I love it. I love this. I'm eating it up just because I resonate with it so much.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I can understand why. I know your talk.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. And I guess that brings us to step 3. That's how you apply it in your area of genius in your career, with working with women, with professionals, helping them to find their strength and their inner power. And you said something about self-love and self-acceptance, because you're bringing all of you to help someone find all of them and
Yes.
accept them.
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate a little bit more about that before we wrap up?
Yes. I mean, the important thing is that when we are talking about us and our life and what we want, we have to totally accept who we are.
Yeah.
Okay? It's with the good and with the things we believe they are not so good, because sometimes even the things that are not so good help us much more growing and moving further than the things that are great, right? If everything is so easy, you are not challenged by anything. If you find something that's pushing you, that makes you grow.
Yeah.
So you start to look, because many people are afraid to look within. There's no need. Don't be afraid to look within. You only find yourself. How can you be afraid of yourself? Right? Doesn't make sense. It's you.
Yeah.
So look at you. Lose the fear. Be who you are. Stand strong in this world, and you can change it. How many people want to change the world? You can do it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Just do it.
Wow. Well, the next question I was going to say was, what was the one thing you would say to someone considering this a similar career change, or wanting to really go for it? They've been doing other things, and perhaps they're beginning to have this wake up call of, I wanna change the world like you did. What would you say to them?
I can just remind them of this wonderful TEDx talk.
Thank you so much, Angela, for being here and for
Be a unicorn in a straight jacket.
Don't be a unicorn in a straitjacket.